What if one of the world's most familiar fruits was hiding extraordinary secrets? Beneath its crisp skin, the apple holds compounds that science now links to healthier hearts, better blood sugar control, reduced cancer risk, and even a stronger gut. Once praised in myth and folklore, this everyday fruit is proving itself to be a modern nutritional powerhouse. Let's uncover how the apple transforms from simple snack to science-backed superfood. The apple, Malus domestica, has its origins in Central Asia, where wild apple forests still grow today. From there, apples spread westward along the Silk Road, reaching Europe, North Africa, and eventually the Americas with early settlers. Over centuries, selective cultivation produced thousands of varieties, each reflecting local tastes and climates. These cultivars helped cement apples' global popularity. Fuji apples from Japan are prized as luxury gifts. Granny Smith apples from Australia grew into a global favorite for their tart flavor. And in the United States, the saying, "as American as apple pie," captured how deeply apples had entered the national identity. Apples were also woven into myth and symbolism. In Norse tales, they were linked to immortality. And in Celtic mythology, apple groves represented eternal youth and the other world. Greek legend gave us the golden apple of discord, a tale retold in classical and Renaissance art. In folklore across Europe, apples symbolized love, luck, and fertility, appearing in charms, rituals, and seasonal festivals. Apples also held an important place in traditional healing practices. In traditional Chinese medicine, apples were considered cooling in nature and used to ease digestive imbalances. Ancient Greeks recommended them for heart and gut health, while medieval European physicians praised their balancing properties. Later, apples and their byproducts became both food staples and remedies. For example, in colonial America and Europe, cider making was central, with orchards supporting both local diets and regional economies. From myth to medicine, apples became symbols of vitality, renewal, and abundance across the world. The Welsh proverb, "an apple a day keeps the doctor away," perfectly distilled that enduring reputation, one that modern science is now beginning to explain. Inside apples lies a spectrum of bioactive compounds, natural molecules that interact with our biology in powerful ways. These include polyphenols. Concentrated in the skin, they act as antioxidants, reduce inflammation, and influence cholesterol and blood sugar regulation. Dietary fiber supports fullness, gut health, and lowers LDL cholesterol. Anthocyanins, abundant in red-skinned and red-fleshed apples, these pigments strengthen vascular health and provide antioxidant protection. Triterpenes and phytosterols. Mainly in the peel, these compounds include ursolic acid and other molecules that have been studied for their anti-cancer effects, as well as cholesterol-lowering properties. Together, these compounds explain why apples stand out as more than just a sweet snack. 1. Cardiovascular health. Apples are strongly linked to heart protection. A meta-analysis of randomized controlled trials found that apple consumption significantly lowered total and LDL cholesterol. Another trial known as the Apple Core Study showed that anthocyanin-rich red-fleshed apples improved endothelial function and reduced inflammation in people with high cholesterol. Mechanistically, apple polyphenols reduce LDL oxidation, improve nitric oxide signaling in blood vessels, and lower inflammatory markers. These findings underscore apple's consistent ability to support cardiovascular wellness. 2. Blood sugar control and diabetes. Apples contain polyphenols like fluoridin that slow the breakdown and absorption of sugars in the gut. A meta-analysis confirmed that apple intake is associated with lower diabetes risk. Similarly, a cohort analysis linked higher fruit consumption, particularly apples, with reduced type 2 diabetes incidence. Together, these findings suggest apples play a meaningful role in maintaining stable blood sugar and lowering diabetes risk. 3. Cancer risk reduction. Epidemiological studies connect higher apple intake with a reduced risk of several cancers. A systematic review reported lower risks of lung and colorectal cancers among apple eaters. Mechanistic research highlights apple polyphenols' ability to neutralize free radicals, inhibit tumor cell proliferation, and promote cancer cell apoptosis. Apple peel triterpenes, such as ursolic acid, have also demonstrated anti-cancer properties in preclinical studies, inducing cancer cell death and limiting tumor growth. These findings add to the evidence that apples may help reduce cancer risk through multiple pathways. 4. Anti-inflammatory and immune support. Apple's anthocyanins and polyphenols have measurable anti-inflammatory effects. In one human study, daily consumption of red-fleshed apples reduced inflammatory cytokines. Experimental studies confirm that apple compounds reduce activity in key enzymes that drive inflammation and modulate NF-kappa B signaling, a central pathway that controls the body's inflammatory response. This dual action underscores apple's role in calming inflammation and supporting immune balance. 5. Gut health and microbiome. Apple pectin and polyphenols act as prebiotics, fostering beneficial bacteria and increasing short-chain fatty acid production. These microbial byproducts support digestion, enhance gut barrier integrity, and contribute to systemic anti-inflammatory effects in the body. 6. Lung health and asthma protection. Apples have been linked to better lung function and reduced asthma risk. In a large population-based study, higher apple intake was associated with lower risk of adult asthma and improved pulmonary function. The antioxidants and polyphenols in apples are thought to protect airway tissues from oxidative stress and inflammation. This makes apples an unexpected ally for respiratory wellness. 7. Neuroprotection and cognitive health. Research suggests apples may help protect the brain. Preclinical studies show apple polyphenols can reduce oxidative stress in neurons, while limited human data suggest improved memory and cognitive outcomes with higher fruit consumption. These effects may help explain the early human evidence of cognitive benefits, suggesting apples could be a simple way to support brain health over time. 8. Longevity and reduced mortality risk. A large cohort analysis found that a higher diversity of dietary flavonoid intake, with apples as a key contributor, was associated with a lower risk of all-cause mortality and major chronic diseases. These findings suggest that apples, rich in diverse flavonoids, may help promote longevity and resilience against chronic illness. In light of this, the old proverb that an apple a day keeps the doctor away may be more than just folklore. Increasingly, it reflects a truth supported by modern science. Before we move on, let's look at a few fascinating facts about apples. Did you know? Apples are among the most diverse fruits on Earth, with more than 7,500 named varieties cultivated worldwide, a genetic richness that few foods can match. With controlled atmosphere storage, apples can remain crisp and fresh for up to 1 year, an astonishing feat for a fruit so perishable. Apples rank among the most produced fruits in the world, alongside bananas and grapes, a testament to their global importance and enduring popularity. Now let's turn to practical ways you can incorporate apples into your daily routine to enjoy their benefits firsthand. Eat apples with the skin on. That's where most polyphenols and fiber are concentrated. Choose colorful varieties, especially red-skinned or red-fleshed apples for extra anthocyanins. Enjoy apple slices with oatmeal or granola with nuts and seeds for a balanced snack that slows sugar absorption. Add whole apple pieces to blended smoothies to preserve the fiber and the bioactives found in the skin. Add sliced apples to salads with avocado, walnuts, and flax seeds, blending sweetness with nutrition. Make a refreshing apple slaw by grating or thinly slicing apples and mixing them with cabbage, carrots, and other veggies for crunch and brightness. Apples pair amazingly well with spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, cardamom, and ginger. So bake apples with these warming spices for a traditional cozy dessert. Enjoy apples as applesauce, a long-standing comfort food across cultures. Use it as a natural sweetener and fat substitute in baking. Buy dried apple chips or make your own at home with thinly sliced apples baked in a low-temperature oven until crisp. From Central Asia's ancient forests to orchards worldwide, the apple carries a legacy shaped by myth, medicine, and culinary tradition. Inside each crunchy bite is a harmony of polyphenols, fiber, and antioxidants that support the heart, steady blood sugar, lower cancer risk, strengthen the lungs, and even nourish the brain. Beloved worldwide and deeply woven into culture, the apple stands not just as a fruit, but as a timeless emblem of wellness. Each new discovery makes it clear that nature has been offering us the building blocks of health all along. In every fruit, herb, and seed are compounds that foster lasting vitality and resilience. Health isn't found in complicated solutions. It's cultivated daily in the everyday foods we often overlook. So let's keep uncovering what else is hiding in plain sight. After all, health is wealth, and every bite is an investment in yourself.